I have always been a long-time fan of WWE, but WrestleMania Night 2 just took my fandom to a whole new level. I can never imagine how satisfying it is for Cody Rhodes as it was for watching this match to finally finish the story. The story is complete, but we have to talk about everybody else before we can get to that one. So here we go. Now the match that kicked off the night is Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Going into this match, we all knew Seth Rollins was injured if you watched night 1. But Seth still performed amazing despite his injury on his leg. Drew, on the other hand, was going to capitalize on everything, right? So he started off this match quick. Claymore, Seth kicks out. Drew again tries to deliver his finishers, but Seth keeps kicking out. But ultimately, you know where this is going. Seth, despite his valiant effort, was meant to lose this match. He just did not have enough gas to put away Drew. But that does not mean that the match was over in terms of where the story was going. You see, Drew finally got his moment of winning a championship in front of a live crowd in WrestleMania, and it was heartwarming. But there was a certain somebody at the commentators table that was commentating throughout all of this, and his name is CM Punk, which is Drew's obsession. After Drew finished celebrating with all his family, he goes to CM Punk and says, basically, I stole your WrestleMania moment. I want to take a picture with you holding this title, and just berating him while CM Punk is like, I can't hear you, to the point that CM Punk finally snaps and makes Drew fall off the table, and then CM Punk starts to give a beat down to Drew, falling blood in the water, and that Drew is a little disoriented. The Judgment Day's own Damian Priest comes in with the Money in the Bank briefcase and declares a match to be held right there and then, while Drew cannot defend himself. And with that, Drew was only a 5-minute champion. Yes, you heard me, 5 minutes. He got to live and celebrate like a champion for 5 minutes, and his dreams were shattered as the Judgment Day celebrated Damian Priest's victory. Next up, we have Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament, hosted by special guest referee Bubba Ray Dudley. This match is the fun match for me. Bubba Ray Dudley steals the show when he puts on his glasses and kind of gets into his zone, showing off some of his old gimmicks from the past. Bobby Lashley looked great, Street Profits looked great, and the Final Testament was never going to win. Ultimately, we all knew that going into this, but nobody really got hurt because of this match. If not, the Final Testament looks better because they kept up with the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. Fun match. Next up, we have LA Knight versus AJ Styles. In terms of match, this match was amazing. LA Knight is so over with the crowd. Every time he get into punching matches with AJ Styles, the crowd would go, yeah, yeah, yeah. He's over. The question was, going into this match, not so much who was going to win. We all knew LA Knight was going to go over. AJ Styles was going to give him the chance to prove himself at WrestleMania. The question was whether the crowd would react the way that everybody was looking for. And they did. The crowd is on board. I'm on board. LA Knight proved himself. There's no more question whether this man can hold the title or not. He needs to start going into title runs with possibly the US Championship. We'll get to that match later. But great spots. One spot that took me into the zone when watching this was when AJ Styles removed the floor padding underneath where the ring is, and then threw LA Knight into that hard area, and then they started doing the count out for 1, 2, 3. Right before the ref hit 10, LA Knight just kind of goes back into the ring and finishes off AJ Styles. Next up, we have Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, and Randy Orton for the United States Champion. At this point, Logan Paul has truly proved himself as a wrestler. Every WrestleMania he has delivered. It doesn't matter if it's Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, or Kevin Owens. Doesn't matter who his opponent is. It's not the opponent that's making Logan Paul look good. It's Logan Paul himself that's making himself look good in front of the WWE audience. Now, going into this actual match, it was great. At first, Randy Orton and Kevin Owens are in agreement. They start beating up Logan Paul like crazy all over the ring, right? And then once Logan Paul is just utterly exhausted from all the beatdown, he just kind of falls down. And then Kevin Owens and Randy Orton just try to pin him at the same time. And they realize, oh yeah, we kind of have to fight each other. And that's really where the match kicks off, with Kevin Owens being like, okay, Randy, I understand you're the Viper, but I'm still trusting you here. And then Randy Orton doing the first strike, trying to get the RKO on Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens like deflects that and says, oh, come on, man. I thought we were going to be teammates a little bit longer. The rest of the match plays out as you know it would. Randy Orton, Kevin Owens are beating up each other, beating up Logan Paul, and then we get our surprise Prime Bottle mascot. Just like last year we had KSI, this year we have... I Show Speed is the person that's helping Logan Paul in the Prime Bottle this year. And what's hilarious is that he barks at Randy Orton, and Randy Orton is like, no, I'm not taking that. So he drags I Show Speed onto the table, and then Randy Orton barks in his face and delivers an RKO, basically knocking out I Show Speed. Now, Logan Paul brought the brass knuckles back and used it on everybody to kind of get the advantage and kind of start disorienting both Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Randy Orton refused to use the brass knuckles once he was able to get them off Logan Paul, but we kind of lead into the finish because both men are tired and hurt really bad because of the brass knuckles. Kevin Owens goes up for the pop-up powerbomb, but Randy Orton transforms that into the RKO. Randy Orton being tired and just delivering the RKO on Kevin Owens. Logan Paul just slides back into the ring, grabs Randy Orton, throws him out of the ring, does the frog splash onto Kevin Owens, and gets the 1, 2, 3. Next up, we have Io Sky versus Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship belt. In terms of match, I cannot lie to you and say that Bayley was the highlight of this match, because really it was Io Sky. Io Sky carried this match, performing incredible movesets, doing everything possible, every finish possible to try to bring down Bayley. And Bayley was injured on one leg, kind of what happened with Seth Rollins, but somehow it overcame almost all the type of finishers and was able to deliver a classic match that I cannot believe I actually witnessed. Technicality-wise, these two women delivered. And Bayley's finish for this match was incredible. Basically, Io Sky was just frustrated that nothing was working on Bayley, and Bayley kept like pushing herself forward no matter what, no matter how injured she was, finally putting away Io Sky with the rose petal and getting that 1, 2, 3. And the final match of the night is Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Champion title belt. I am so excited to break down this match for you. In terms of match, this is probably one of the best WWE WrestleMania matches I have ever seen. Night 1 ended amazing in terms of match. Yes, maybe the finish was disappointing, but going into night 2, there were so many things to think about. Bloodline rules. Is Cody Rhodes going to be able to deliver such a classic? Is Roman Reigns going to deliver such a classic as well coming off night 1? They did. And shockingly, it wasn't the way I thought it was going to happen. First of all, Roman Reigns comes by himself to the ring, which I didn't believe. I thought The Rock was going to come out there. No, he just comes out by himself with Paul Heyman. And Cody Rhodes does the same. There is no backup, and both men just fight. And I'm talking about fight to the point that Roman Reigns even does a crossroads and basically insults Cody Rhodes, saying, yeah, I just wanted to try it out, but this move sucks. Like, it's not going to beat anybody. Roman Reigns has near falls. Cody Rhodes has near falls. They go outside of the ring. They go into where the crowd is. They beat each other up. They go back. They hit each other with sticks. Everything that you imagined what happened is happening, except it wasn't that like blood or feudy in the sense of trying to hit each other with chairs and things like that. It didn't go crazy. It was like a match actually happening without the bloodline rules. But, everything is gonna go into that bloodline rules, and that's when it kicks into the second gear where I was like, what is going on here? So, first up, Cody Rhodes grabs the crossroad to try to hit the 3 crossroads to bring down Reigns, and the first interference of the night was Jimmy. And automatically, Jay comes out to help Cody. So now we have 1-for-1, right? Jay and Jimmy fight up the ramp, and then Jimmy is like kind of on the side of the ramp, and Jay delivers a spear, and they go flying off the ramp. So that's 1. 2. Solo interferes. Cody again has the crossroads. He does 1, 2, and he knows that somebody else is going to come out, and Solo comes out, right? And this is where things start going crazy. Solo, Samoan spikes Cody, and then actually has the audacity to yell at Roman Reigns to finish the story already. Can you believe that? Solo yelling at Roman? That is such foreshadowing. And Roman basically tells Solo, I know, I'm going to try to do this, but hit the music. John Cena comes out to save the day, giving Roman Reigns the attitude adjustment, giving Solo the attitude adjustment through the announcement table. John Cena went on fire and got his revenge on the bloodline for all the torment that he's gone through with them. But as John Cena's getting the momentum, hit the final boss music, and The Rock shows up to deliver what I call a beatdown. Rock is pissed because John Cena is ruining his fun watching Cody Rhodes suffer. John Cena gets back into the ring, says that you cannot see me to The Rock, but it doesn't matter because The Rock gives John Cena the rock bottom. At this point, John Cena's out. The Rock is in. The Rock gets that belt. You know the belt. Mama Rhodes belt. And he wants to deliver a beatdown. But guess who comes out? And it's not who you think it is. Actually, there's a dong and darkness, and you know what time it is. That's right, The Undertaker comes out and does what he does best. He choke slams The Rock, eliminating him. Now that all the members of the Bloodline are eliminated, I need to backtrack just a moment. In between all of this madness, the Shield music started playing. And for a moment there, I thought we were getting a Shield reunion. But really, what we got was Seth Rollins dressed as a Shield member. Roman Reigns takes down Seth Rollins before he can do any damage to the Bloodline. And all the rest plays out. Now, the way I presented it in this order is so that you can get a strong visual of what's happening to the Bloodline members. But Undertaker disappears, and the final 2 members are in the ring. And when I mean members, it's of Cody Rhodes' team. Cody and Seth are in the ring. In the middle of the ring is Roman Reigns and a chair. Roman has a moment that he has to make a decision. He's going to use the chair to beat down Cody and retain, or he's going to use the chair on Seth, like Seth used on him back when he broke up the Shield. Roman has a choice, and guess what Roman chooses? Roman uses the chair to hit Seth Rollins in the back. Seth Rollins has literally become the Shield for Cody Rhodes. And Roman has finally got his revenge on Seth Rollins for all the torment and damage he did to him when he was a member of the Shield and broke them up. And with that, Cody Rhodes is able to do 3 crossroads on Roman and get the pin on him. The 1, 2, 3. Everybody who's ever been involved in the Bloodline feud, even freaking Triple H, comes out at the behest of Cody Rhodes to celebrate with the victory and the end of Roman Reigns' title reign. Stone Cold Steve Austin doesn't matter. Undertaker's symbolic for many reasons. Number one, it's because the Undertaker represents the end of the Roman era, the beginning of a new era. He is literally bringing down the last resistance of the bloodline by choke slamming The Rock. It's so symbolic in the best way to end the bloodline. Now, as for Roman, I don't know where his story is going. Maybe his story is over in the sense of the bloodline and he's going to go be a solos champion and go fight The Rock. As for Cody, I don't know where it's going with him. Maybe he'll have a long title reign. Maybe he'll have adversity. Point is, it's a new chapter and a new beginning. The Vince McMahon era is over. Triple H is ushering his new era, his new story with his new talent and who he wants as the main face of WWE. With that, like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know down below what was your favorite match of night 2. See you on the next one.